And we are back with some more New York Rangers franchise mode in FHM 11. And in this one, we have the start of the Year 5 playoffs against the New Jersey Devils, who finished 45, 33, and 4 on the regular season. They, of course, still have the Hughes brothers on the team. Jack and Luke still very much dominant over there. Jack only played 39 games this year, but 59 points total. So he is obviously, that is not looking forward to that. But you know what? This team's been really good this year, so I believe we can do it. We have our own stud in Adam Fox, who is also a 5-star ability. Artamonov was really good this year, career year, 88 points, 41 goals. Bradley Nadeau has been a solid first-line center. He's only getting better, so we gotta believe we can do it here. Come on, boys. Game number 1 will be a 5-1 Rangers victory. Shots are 37-27 in favor of New Jersey. 3 stars of the game are Hedel, Luukkonen, and Nadeau. Luukkonen, thank you. We're finally have some good goaltending. First period, Capo Kakko with the goal from Yeko makes it 1-0. And then you have Hedel in the second period from Väisänen and Nadeau to make it 2-0. Third period, you have Lundqvist with the goal from Miller and Yeko. And then Artamonov from Nadeau and Hedel. Nico Hischier makes it 4-1 for New Jersey's only goal of the game. And then Artamonov with another one from Hedel, and Sardarian makes it the 5-1 victory in game number 1. Why is it? Don't you dare freeze. Don't you dare freeze. Come on, game. Oh no, are we frozen here? Oh, okay. All right, there's movement. All right, good. All right, game number 2 will be a 6-3 Rangers victory. Shots are 38-21 in favor of your New York Rangers. 3 stars of the game, Nadeau, Ratcliffe, and Yeko. First period, majority of the action happened here. Ratcliffe with the goal to start out the game from Kakko and Yeko. And then not long after, you have Yeko from Ratcliffe and Miller to make it 2-0. Hischier scores for New Jersey to make it 2-1. But then it's Geeky on the power play from Väisänen and Nadeau. And then Väisänen from Hedel and Nadeau to make it 4-1 heading into the second period, where Ratcliffe scores from Yeko and Kakko to make it 5-1. In the third period, you have Meyer and Bratt with the goals for them to make it 5-3, but then Nadeau with the empty net from Artamonov makes it 6-3, and we're up 2-0 in the series. Here we go. Game number 3 will be a 5-2 New Jersey victory. Shots are 35-29 in favor of New Jersey. 3 stars of the game, Hughes, Meyer, and Wright. First period, you have Holtz with the goal to make it 1-0 New Jersey. Second period, you have 2 goals for Wright and then a goal for Hughes on the power play to make it 4-0 before we even get our first in the third period, where Tomek scores on the power play from Dunn and Ryabkin to make it 4-1. Suoniemi with the goal not long after from Sardarian to make it 4-2, but then Holtz with another one on the power play makes it the 5-2 New Jersey victory. Oh, Adam Bachquist is back on the active roster. That is very good to see. After a long absence from him, he only had 24 games played total this year. So we'll see how he simulates in his return to the lineup. Here we go. Game number 4 against New Jersey will be a 3-2 Rangers victory. Shots are 37-34 in favor of your New York Rangers. 3 stars of the game, Fox, Hischier, and Artamonov. First period, you have Cameron Dillard scoring first for New Jersey, makes it 1-0. Second period, Bachquist scores in his return to the lineup from Miller and Nadeau to make it 1-1. Then you have Hischier scoring again, his third of the series on the power play to make it 2-1. Heading into the third period, where Artamonov scores on the power play from Ratcliffe and Fox to make it 2-2. And then Tomek in overtime on the power play from Ryabkin and Fox makes it the 3-2 victory, and we are up 3-1 in the series. All right, here we go. Elimination game number 5. UPL in net. Let's go. We're out shooting them like crazy so far. There it is. There's the first goal of the game for us. Vince Dunn with the goal from Hedel and Artamonov makes it 1-0. And second period now, up by 1. And that is a goal for Timo Meyer to get them on the board. And we are tied at 1. Oh, there's another one. Jesper Bratt with the goal. And there's another one. Jack Hughes makes it 3-1 heading into the third period. Now we're down by 2 all of a sudden. And can we get another one? There it is. Artamonov with the goal from Yeko and Väisänen. And is that it? No, it is not. Adam Yeko with the goal from Fiala and Ryabkin makes it tied at 3. And we are maybe not headed to overtime. We'll see. Niels Lundqvist with the goal from Capo, Kakko, and Ratcliffe. And is that it? Yes, it is. Wow, what a comeback for your New York Rangers in an elimination game 5. And we are on to the second round. Wow, that was quite the finish by your New York Rangers. Very clutch. in the third period. Artamonov, Yeko, and Lundqvist with the clutch performances. And obviously, normally I would not be happy about this, but in this universe, let's go. Shots at 39-31 in favor of your New York Rangers. 3 stars of the game, Artamonov, Hughes, and Ryabkin. Man, Yeko had one heck of a series, 7 points in 5 games played. Artamonov and Nadeau with 6. Then you have 5 for Hedel and Ratcliffe, 4 for Kakko and Väisänen. Everyone was chipping in. And then, of course, Luukkonen with the .911 save percentage was solid. I don't know how, like, the goals saved above average must be broken. There's no way that he is at a negative 2.1. And then meanwhile, Lindbergh and Schmid, who haven't even played in these playoffs, somehow also have negative. Oh yeah, it's that. Yeah, I was recording the Hamilton series earlier, and this same bug occurred with the goal saved above average. So yeah, that's definitely a bug there when switching between the playoffs and regular season stats. And we go from one rivalry to the next. We have the Philadelphia Flyers in the second round. They were 50-25-7, 107 points. And they don't have any notable star talent on their team like New Jersey did with Hughes, but they still have some pretty good players there. So we got to watch out. All right, game number 1 versus Philadelphia underway. And that will be a 5-2 victory for Philly. Shots at 34-27 in favor of your Rangers. 3 stars of the game, Tremblay, Berger, and Barkey. First period, no scoring. Second period, Barkey gets the goal for Philly, and then Tremblay makes it 2-0. Then you had in the third period where 44 seconds in, Filip Hedel scores from Artamonov and Bachfist to make it 2-1. But then it's Gendron and Tuomala for Philly to make it 4-1. Nadeau scores from Hedel and Artamonov to make it 4-2, but then it's Farabee with the empty net to make it a 5-2 victory for Philly. All right, here we go. Game number 2 will be at 8-1 New York victory. My goodness. Shots are 54-25 in favor of your New York Rangers. 3 stars of the game, Kakko, Dunn, and Yeko. First period, you have Kaapo Kakko with the goal from Väisänen and Suoniemi. Makes it 1-0, and then Suoniemi from Dunn and Fox makes it 2-0. Second period, you have Väisänen with the goal on the power play from Ryabkin and Hedel to make it 3-0. Zellweger on the power play for Philly to make it 3-1, but that'd be their only goal of the game, as Tomek follows it up from Hedel and Dunn to make it 4-1. Ratcliffe with the goal from Dunn and Fox to make it 5-1. Yeko from Kakko to make it 6-1. And then in the third period, you have Hedel from Nadeau to make it 7-1. And then Väisänen with his second of the game from Yeko and Kakko to make it the 8-1 victory. My goodness. And it appears Igor Marinochkin now injured. That is 3 to 4 months with a torn flexor tendon. That is unfortunate. He's going to miss the rest of these playoffs. All right, here we go into game number 3. We're tied at 1 in the series. That will be a 6-0 New York victory. Shots are 39-34 in favor of the Rangers. 3 stars of the game, Luukkonen with the shutout, Ratcliffe and Yeko. First period, you have Ratcliffe from Fox and Kakko. Then you have Kakko from Hedel and Artamonov, and then Ratcliffe from Yeko and Miller to make it 3-0 heading into the second period, where Ratcliffe scores from Fox and Dunn to make it 4-0, and then Lundqvist shorthanded from Yeko and Miller makes it 5-0 heading into the third period, where Hedel scores from Nadeau and Artamonov to make it the 6-0 victory. All right, game number 4 against Philly. Who's it going to be? It'll be a 5-4 New York victory. Let's go. Shots are 36-34 in favor of Philly. 3 stars of the game, Ratcliffe with a hat trick, Beniers and Yeko. First period is actually Philly scoring first, Beniers with the goal, and then Farabee to make it 2-0, but then Ratcliffe with the goal. His first goal of the game from Väisänen and Sardarian to make it 2-1. Second period, you have Artamonov with the goal from Miller and Bachfist to make it 2-2. And then in the third period, you have Dunn from Hedel and Artamonov to make it 3-2. Tippett on the power play to make it 3-3. But then Ratcliffe with his second of the game on the power play from Bachfist and Nadeau to make it 4-3. Beniers with the goal to make it 4-4. So it's back and forth here. But then it's Ratcliffe with the hat trick goal from Dunn and Yeko to make it the 5-4 victory. And we are 1 win away from the third round. Here we go. Going into it. Game 5 against Philly. Come on, boys. Oh, Tremblay with a goal for Philly to make it 1-0. That's all right. There you go. Nadeau with the goal from Väisänen and Lundqvist to make it 1-1. 2-1. Suoniemi with the goal from Lundqvist and Bixell. And that is it for 1. Heading into the second period now, up by 1. And there's a goal for Nadeau, his second of the game from Lundqvist and Artamonov. And there's 4-1. Adam Yeko from Kakko and Lundqvist. As there's a goal for Philly. Matthew Joseph with the goal. Makes it 4-2. But we are in a good position as Lundqvist with the goal from Fiala and Ryabkin. And it is now 6-2. Morgan Geekie with the goal from Bachfist and Nadeau. And now 7-2. My goodness, we're not even in the third period yet. Morgan Geekie with his second of the game from Tomek and Nadeau. Oh, geez, 8-2. Ratcliffe from Yeko and Fox makes it 8-2. Heading into the third period, my goodness. Geez, 9-2. Bachfist from Yeko and Fox. How far are we taking this here? And there's 10. Artamanov from Vicent and Heedle as we are putting on a clinic here. As Owen Tippett with the goal makes it 10-3, but that is all she wrote, and that is a dominating victory heading into the third round as we pass the Philadelphia Flyers. Wow. What a dominant second period, especially. And what the numbers are actually going off the going out of balance there, but that is a absolutely fantastic victory for your New York Rangers heading into the third round. A big confidence booster too, especially beating two rivals in a row. Shots are 45-35 in favor of New York Rangers. 3 stars of the game, Lundqvist with a 5-point night, Nadeau and Bixell. And the third round, we will be facing, oh boy, the 58-21-3 Ottawa Senators. It just keeps getting harder, doesn't it? Yep, this will be our toughest challenge yet. We were ousted in the first round by them last year. The reigning Stanley Cup champions, who had 60 wins at the time, now 58. And if we can pass these guys, we can get the Stanley Cup for sure. So, not going to waste any time. Let's get into it. Come on, boys. First game, and that'll be a 4-1 victory for your New York Rangers. Shots are 35-22 in favor of New York. 3 stars of the game, Kakko, Lundqvist, and Ratcliffe. First period, they actually scored first. Tim Stützle with the goal to make it 1-0, but that's all New York. Adam Fox with the goal late in the period from Suoniemi and Dunn to make it 1-1. Second period, Väisänen with the goal from Yeko and Kakko to make it 2-1. Third period, you have Ratcliffe from Kakko to make it 3-1, and then Bixell with his first of the playoffs from Nadeau and Lundqvist. And that, of course, is the 4-1 win, and we are up 1-0 in the series. All right. Game number 2 will be a 5-3 New York victory. Let's go. We are firing on all cylinders right now. Shots are 54-28 in favor of New York Rangers. 3 stars of the game, Artamanov, Spence, and Nadeau. First period, Ryabkin on the power play. It is first goal of the playoffs from Tomek and Artamanov to make it 1-0. And then you have Nadeau soon after, about 30 seconds later, on the power play from Ratcliffe to make it 2-0. Then you have Blais and Spence with the goals from Ottawa to make it tied at 2. But then it's Lundqvist from Bixell and Artamanov to make it 3-2 heading into the second period, where is Boucher on the power play to make it 3-3, but Heedle with the goal late in the period from Fox and Nadeau to make it 4-3, and then Fiala in the third from Ryabkin and Dunn makes it the 5-3 victory. We're up 2-0 in the series against Ottawa. Here we go. Game number 3 will be a 4-1 Ottawa victory. All right, you had to figure Ottawa wasn't going to go down that easily. Shots at 35-27 in favor of your New York Rangers. 3 stars of the game, Huang, Primo, and Spence. First period, you have 3 Senators goals in a row with Boucher, Huang, and Greig to make it 3-0. But then it's Adam Fox late in the period from Suoniemi for our only goal of the game. And then the second period, it's Kantserov with the goal for Ottawa to make it 4-1. And that would be all the scoring in the game. And they win their first game of the series. All right, game number 4. Come on, boys. Don't let them back in this. That'll be a 4-3 Ottawa victory. Shots at 41-29 in favor of your New York Rangers. 3 stars of the game, Stützle, Nadeau, and Williams. So following the same pattern as last game where they started out with 3 goals in a row with Peterson, Stützle, and Williams making it 3-0. And then it's Yeko on the power play late in the period from Lundqvist and Kakko to make it 3-1. Second period, you have Heedle with back-to-back goals. The first from Artamanov and Nadeau. The second from Nadeau and Artamanov to make it 3-3. But then in the third period, there's no scoring. And in overtime, Boucher with the goal makes it 4-3. And we are tied at 2 in the series. All right, pivotal game number 5. Come on, boys. All right, let's go. 3-2 victory for your New York Rangers. Shots are 34-27 in favor of New York. 3 stars again, Bachfist, Chabot, and Suoniemi. First period, you have Ratcliffe with the goal from Bachfist and Fox to make it 1-0, and that's Stützle late in the period to make it 1-1. Second period, you have Geekie with the goal from Ryabkin and Fiala, and then Tomek with the goal from Suoniemi and Bachfist to make it 3-1. Then you had in the third period where Chabot with the goal to make it 3-2, but it's not enough. And we are up 3-2 in the series. Come on, boys. Just one more win, and we are into the Stanley Cup Finals. Here we go. Going into game number 6. Come on, boys. Getting off to a good start in the shots department, but that is a goal from Malcolm Spence, and it is 1-0 Ottawa. 2-0 Ottawa. Drake Batherson. And that'll be it for the first, heading into the second down by 2. Come on, boys. That is a scoreless second period. Come on, we need to get something going here in the third. There it is. Steven Sardarian with the goal from Suoniemi and Tomek. Come on. Do it late. No late game heroics this time as we are headed to 7. Shots at 39-30 in favor of Ottawa. 3 stars of the game, Batherson, Luukkonen, and Suoniemi. So goaltending, Luukkonen came to play this time, but unfortunately offense could not support him. And here we go. Time for game number 7. Anything could happen. Oof. Cooper Williams with the goal makes it 1-0 right off the bat. Kantsarov with the goal makes it 2-0. Come on, boys. There it is. Suoniemi with the goal from Sadarian and Tomek. Gives us a little bit of life, but Stützle with the goal makes it 3-1. 4-1. Ottawa from Kantsarov with 4 seconds left in the first. Not a good start. Really not a good start. We need to have a great second period if we want to come back here. Come on, boys. All right, there it is. There's one. Ratcliffe from Bachfist and Kako makes it 4-2. But there's 5-2. Kachuk with the goal. Yeah, not looking good. Stützle makes it 6-2. Yep, 7-2. Stützle. He's been killing us here in this game in particular. He has a hat trick. Third period time, not really expecting much here, but there's a goal by Yeko from Miller and Bachfist. And oh, wait a minute, there's a goal for Tomek from Miller, but it's too little too late, unfortunately, as that is a 7-4 win for Ottawa. So close. So close yet so far. Shots at 36-32 in favor of your New York Rangers. 3 stars of the game are Stützle, Kachuk, and Batherson. Yep. That was unfortunate for sure. And it sucks too, because we had a lot of momentum, especially from that Philly series, and even won the first 2 games against Ottawa. And then they tied the series. We broke the tie in game number 5, and we had 2 opportunities to end it. But unfortunately, they took us to game 7 and managed to throttle us in that last game. Game 6, we should have had game 6. That was really the difference maker, I think. The fact that Luukkonen was playing so well in that game and we couldn't give him any support offensively besides 1 goal. Yeah, I think that lost us that series. That sucks. There's always next year, but that was definitely by far our best chance yet. So we just got to come back stronger next year. I guess that's really about it. And it's not like we could even blame this too much on injuries either. The only players out were Ferraro and Marinochkin. So yeah, we got to come back next year and somehow beat Ottawa. I think that's the main issue here is Ottawa being so good. But we got to figure out how to make it so that we're better. That's all there is to say. So I think with that, we will re-sign Yeko and Suoniemi. I was pretty happy with both of their playoff performances as we take a look. You know what? We may as well take a look at the final stats for the playoffs here while I'm thinking of it. Nadeau with 19 points in 17 games played. Artamonov and Yeko with 18 points. Yeah, I definitely want to re-sign Yeko. He was really clutch in those playoffs. Then you have Ratcliffe and Hedel with 17, Kako with 14, 12 for Fox, 11 for Lundqvist and Väisänen. Väisänen was so solid this year, so can't wait to see what he does next year. Then you have Bachfist and Dunn with 10 points, 9 for Tomek and Suoniemi. Then you have 8 for Ryabkin and Miller, and that's in 12 games played for Miller as well. So Darian with 5, Geeky and Fiala with 4, and then Bixel with 3. And then in goal, you have a .905 save percentage for Luukkonen. I mean, for the most part, he did what he needed to. There were obviously a couple stinkers in there, particularly that last game against Ottawa, but still, overall, I am satisfied, at least with Luukkonen. So at least for the moment, we'll stick to him, because he at least seems like he can steal a game here and there, unlike a lot of other goaltenders I can name that we've had in the past. So there's definitely still a lot to look forward to for this team. This team is still very young. Tomek's still only 21. Then you have Nadeau at 24, Artamonov 23. And then you have Adam Fox, who, despite the fact that he's 31, he's actually making less money starting next season, 7.75. So that'll give us a little bit more wiggle room on the salary cap. So there's certainly still a lot for us to work with here. But like I said, I think it's just a matter of figuring out a way to beat Ottawa, because they have certainly had our number over the past couple of seasons here, and it's understandable why 58 wins this year, 60 wins last year. I mean, we got to figure out a way to beat them. It's as simple as that. I mean, obviously, I don't want to get so fixated on that we lose sight of our vision for this team, right? But at the same time, we do need to find a way to beat them, and their roster, for the most part, is well within their prime. They're not going anywhere anytime soon. They'll probably be just as good next year. So we really gotta figure something out. I don't know what, but we gotta figure something out. whether that is in the form of making a trade or free agency, not sure yet. But we will just have to see what options are available for us in the upcoming offseason. Speaking of which, I do want to re-sign Yeko at the very least. He wants 3.4 for 2 years. I will start at 2.7. Oh, he's not going any lower than that. Yeah, I mean, I think he's worth it, especially considering the performance he just put up in the playoffs. Yeah, we'll do that for him. And now Suoniemi, what does he want? He's a 3-star ability, 14 points in 35 games played, 62 grade, 37 hits, 3 mil for 4 years. Where is he in our lineup? Currently 3rd line center. I mean, I'm pretty sure we'll have the salary cap for it. We're only at 77.3 right now. And if we take a look at cap space going into next season, at least currently it's at 18.2. So we can definitely afford him, but do I want to upgrade from Suoniemi, I think is the question. He's decent on faceoffs, 50.8%. I mean, he's certainly not bad, I'm just wondering if we could do better. And we always have his rights as well. So we could just leave him be for right now and then see what's out there in free agency and then approach him later if there's no other better options. Then again, we do have leverage right now when it comes to being able to take him down on his price. So we may as well just see what we can bring him down to. I only got him down to 2.96. I guess to be fair, that's better than most other 3-star players in free agency. Yeah, I'll sign him for this. Ferraro, what does he want? 6.3? No, thanks. I mean, he's good defensively, but not for that price. Bixel, he was pretty solid this year. 30 points. He did a lot better than I expected with his talent level being where it is. So let's see what he wants. 2.5? I don't know. I'll definitely qualify him. I'll see if he brings his price down. And your 2028-29 Stanley Cup champions are the Dallas Stars. They dethrone Ottawa. This is their first Stanley Cup since 1999. Their Stanley Cup winning goal was scored by Miro Heiskanen. They go through Utah, Nashville, Vancouver, and of course, Ottawa. And now it is time for the NHL awards. For the Ted Lindsay, you have Connor McDavid, 120 points, 58 goals. For the Art Ross and Maurice Richard, it is Leon Draisaitl on Washington, 71 goals, 132 points. For the Lady Byng, it is William Nylander of Toronto, 26 goals, 85 points. For the Bill Masterton, it is Matthew Tkachuk, 24 goals, 48 points. For the Mark Messier Leadership Award, it is Mikey Burchild with 11 goals and 20 points in 67 games played. Don't think I'll ever understand how that award is awarded. Although I guess he does have a 19 for leadership, so that sort of makes sense at least. And then for the Jennings Trophy, it is Jake Oettinger of Dallas. Now for the Hart between McDavid, Draisaitl, and Bedard, it is Connor McDavid. For the Conn Smythe, it is Zane Perrick of Ottawa, 29 points in 25 games played. For the Calder between Nathan Wright, Griffin Darby, and Danila Yurov, it is Danila Yurov of Vancouver, 51 points in 80 games played. For the Norris between Heiskanen, Dahlin, and Chychrun, it is Heiskanen with 72 points in 82 games played. For the Selke between Ridley Greig, Paul Cotter, and Matthew Joseph, it is Matthew Joseph of Philly with 34 points in 82 games played. For the Vezina between Oettinger, Thompson, and Vasilevsky, it is Vasilevsky with a 927 save percentage and 11 shutouts in 62 games played. My goodness. And for the GM of the year between Daniel Briere, Ron Francis, and Patrick Alvin, it is Daniel Briere of Philly. And for the Jack Adams between Guy Boucher, Dave McKeown, and Jay Leach, it is Dave McKeown of Philly. And now it is time to sign some prospects. Let's see whose deadline's coming up. You have Kelly and Lindo. I will definitely sign Bennett Kelly. Lindo can be released. No other deadlines coming up. So I think we'll leave everybody else unsigned for right now. And it's time for the 2028-29 season summary. We reached the playoffs, had a winning season, a winning percentage of 600 or better, finished first and met our objective, longevity bonus of 4, financial health bonus of 2, bring our total season score to 35 and total career scores so far of 126. 7 available points. I will put some into, I'm going to say motivation and then tactics. And we're now on July 1st, but I think I'm going to end things off here as my throat's actually been feeling a little bit scratchy during this recording. So I think it's time to give my voice a little rest. So with that, I'll end things off here. And the next one, we'll go through the offseason of year number 5 and get to the start of year number 6.